Welcome. This is David Boles, Human Meme. Today's topic, Best Childhood Commercials.
Here she comes, Calamity Jane. She's up to this can't be late. Everybody grab your cow. Time to start Cartoon Corral. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Reggie's coming down the track. Turn it in with empty. They'll be here and so will she. Hurry up now, don't be late, or you'll miss Calamity Kate. Calamity, Calamity, Calamity Kate.
That was the opening jingle for Cartoon Corral. It's a child show that aired in 72 Nebraska counties in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s on KOLN-KGIN TV in Lincoln, Nebraska. Lita Powell Drake hosted as Calamity Kate, and Cartoon Corral was a staple of every Nebraska childhood. It was a live show. You watched it every day. You could even go visit and be on the show yourself and tell Calamity Kate what you wanted to be when you grew up. And every day, when you came home from school, you sat down and you watched Cartoon Corral until it was over. Television advertising is a powerful mimetic, especially in childhood. And as a child of the 1970s, I can still hum and sing and repeat phrases from some of the most memorable commercials from my childhood. I don't think today's snarky, nihilistic, modern advertising has the same effect on child DNA as it did 40 years ago. Instead of the boob tube, we now have viral videos and rap talking, and the loss of memory and melody and mimetics that stick with your gut across the entire arc of your life is the price our children pay for modernity. Today, in this episode of Human Meme, we'll take a trip back through the old time machine of my mind and share some national commercials, and we'll wonder about the why and the how of the sticking in the mind. British Sterling. The melody of the British Sterling commercials was always lilting and lovely. The images of a man and woman embracing touched just the right notes between melancholia and machismo.
Give him British Sterling. Give him British Sterling.
When you care for a man, you want to be with him. Be with him every day with British Sterling. Generously masculine. He'll love it. You'll love it on him. We'll even inscribe his initials exclusively on British Sterling. Give him British Sterling aftershave and cologne, the legendary fragrance.
McDonald's. This commercial was one in a series about the same topic. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. And what a wonder of a success that campaign was, because McDonald's had all of us kids in school challenging each other to see if we could remember that chant right and in the right order. It was genius marketing, without question.
All beef patties, pickles, sauce, lettuce, cheese, and the pickles. No.
Pickles, cheese,
Lettuce and onion, sesame, all seed bun.
I think they're describing a big...
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Say that again.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions, pickles, onions on a...
McDonald's Big Mac, the big sandwich with a great big taste that everybody's talking about.
Sesame seed bun, and we forgot the onions.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did say onion.
Are you sure?
It said onion.
All right.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
McDonald's Big Mac, The great big sandwich with a great big taste.
Lettuce, pickles, cheese. Hey, that's your
Big Mac.
You deserve a break today at McDonald's.
Where your dollar gets a break every day.
Oscar Mayer. Here's another massively successful campaign over decades of cute meeting a catchy melody. We kids would sing this commercial on the playgrounds and in class. An instant classic. And some of us even still sing it today. And you know the authentic among us when we start singing we include the false start of the original commercial.
My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
Oscar Mayer, the first name in Bologna.
How's that?
Certs. Certs mints were the tic-tacs of the old days. It's two mints in one. Click, click. That was the rallying cry of teens everywhere. And I'm ashamed to admit I know precisely what Retsin is and what it does. I dated a woman who, growing up, thought the phrase search me was actually certs me. So cute, right? But also formidable that a commercial can so completely infest a viral mind.
Certs is a candy mint. Certs is a breath mint.
Stop! You're both right. New Certs is 2 mints in 1. Stops bad breath in seconds. Tastiest mint of all. Yes, only new Certs gives you 2 mints in 1. Look, Certs is a revolutionary new kind of mint. Certs captures all the fresh, clean flavor of a mountain stream, all the frosty coolness of falling snow. What's more, Certs contains a golden drop of Retsin, the miracle breath purifier that makes your breath clean and fresh. Yes, Certs is the one mint that gives you both. Stops bad breath in seconds, tastiest mint of all. So get new Certs. Remember, only smoother, tastier Certs gives you 2 mints in 1. Handy pocket roll comes in assorted delicious flavors. C-E-R-T-S. Certs.
Certs me. Band-Aids. Band-Aids were classic kid stuff. Always getting scraped. You felt better. You put a Band-Aid on it. Are Band-Aids still that effective today in a child's mind? This commercial was made famous by Barry Manilow's most delightful jingle. And once that melody infects your mind, you're going to sing this the rest of the day.
I am stuck on Band-Aid brand 'cause Band-Aid stuck on me. Does it hold on tight in the back of Band-Aid clean and soapy set?
Only Band-Aid brand adhesive bandages from Johnson & Johnson have our Super Stay-On adhesive. You'll notice the difference because it stays on you better than anything else you can buy.
I am stuck on Band-Aid 'cause Band-Aid stuck on me.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper has always been the sad pauper to Coke and Pepsi. But Dr. Pepper always had better taste and the better advertising campaign. Just take a listen to this David Naughton commercial starring Popeye, the Sailor Man.
I drink Dr. Pepper, don't you see? 'Cause it's the perfect taste for me. That original taste, you know, is making peppers everywhere I go. There's boating peppers, toting peppers, cooking peppers, good-looking peppers. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Us peppers are an interesting breed. An original taste is what we need. ask any pepper and he'll say, only Dr. Pepper tastes that way. There's carrying peppers, marrying peppers, diet peppers, quiet peppers. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? There's saluting peppers, tooting peppers. Mama the pepper man. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Aye, aye. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Yes, sir. Be a pepper.
High karate. Every young boy in the 1970s tried a bottle of high karate because you too wanted to karate chop all the women off you. Or at least pretend to. Because a woman who loved how you smelled was a woman you loved smelling you. And I love the reverse psychology in these high karate commercials. You smell so good the women just won't leave you alone. And to keep fighting them off, just add a splash more high karate behind the cheek and gum.
Hey, how about a movie tonight, huh?
Wow, what's that aftershave you're wearing?
Your high karate aftershave is so powerful, it drives women right out of their minds. That's why we have to put instructions on self-defense in every package. High karate, the brisk splash-on aftershave that smooths and soothes and cools. High karate, aftershave, cologne, and gift sets. High karate, be careful how you use it.
Now we'll travel back a bit to Lincoln, Nebraska, in the 1970s, and we'll relive some of the most memorable local childhood commercials that aired on KOLN KGIN TV. These were not national broadcast campaigns. Runza. Runzas were invented in Lincoln, Nebraska. They're sort of a spiced beef and cabbage thing wrapped in a closed bun. They're super delicious. And when I was a kid, they were the size of a football. Today, a runza is more like the size of a tennis ball.
Juicy drive-in hamburger, the burger that seemed to burst from the bun. And how about those old-fashioned onion rings, sliced, double-dipped, and breaded by hand? And oh, those Polish sausages, so thick you had to nibble instead of bite. Can't you just taste them all, right now? Well, you can, at the Runza Huts and Runza Drive-Ins of America. And you thought all we had were Runzas.
Godfather's Pizza. The Godfather's brand of pizza loved using a mafia and mole theme to sell Coke and pizza, and it was really successful in the Midwest. We kids loved Valentino's pizza better, and some of my friends thought Godfather's pizza tasted a lot like dog food on cardboard. But Godfather's always had the better TV commercial. Their brand stuck in your mind and competed well for your hard-earned local dollar.
What's classy? Collectible. And crammed with Coke.
This priceless hunk of glass. Hey, I don't know what you call it, but it's a veritable fountain of couth. For $1.99, I'll cram it with Coke and give it to you with any medium or large Godfather's pizza. Empty it at my joint, take it to your joint. Cram it with whatever thrills you. Get one, get a dozen. Just don't forget where you got 'em.
Godfather's Pizza, an offer you can't refuse.
Get 'em.
KOLN KGIN TV, Lincoln, Grand Island. Channels 10 and 11 in Nebraska were a powerhouse team covering over 90% of the state in their broadcasting empire. 1011 pointed their identical airwaves starting from Lincoln, Nebraska, westerly into the rest of the state. Omaha was an oversaturated market, and 1011 didn't seem to care much about winning the urban market. No other local television station in the nation had such a massive footprint across a single state. And the power of KOLN KGIN was decades before the advent of cable TV. Today, I even remember the required FCC-mandated transmitter identification that would run twice a day, at noon and at midnight. This is K61AO, translator station in Norfolk, Nebraska. And I also remember that ID later had to be changed to this is K71BL, translator station in Norfolk, Nebraska. Those FCC IDs were mandatory in the handoff boundary between Channel 10 fading out as it became stronger into Channel 11 that then hit the outskirts of Nebraska. This Hello Nebraska promotional theme was just the sort of feely goodiness that KOLN KGIN TV wanted to propagate. Hey, this was a fun, reflexive tour back in time to discover just how melody and meaning can take over a memory and bind it to an experience. An experience that then stays with you the rest of your life. And we are left wondering why the human mind chooses to preserve this sort of nostalgia over learned facts that we too easily forget. Perhaps we are protected in some way by recalling the enjoyable moments of childhood. And those moments soothe the awful events that condemn adulthood into meaningless nothingness.
Now our time with you is through. Hope we made a friend or two. But for now we'll have to say goodbye.
Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.